Welcome to the players meeting, Tuesday, October the 14th. Special night, special time, special guest, Ronnie Unruh, blackjack extraordinaire. I've learned over the last few minutes. Ronnie, what's going on, man?
Man, wish I was playing more disc golf, that's for sure. But here, happy to be here. It's been a while since I've been on. I don't think I've been on since Worlds. I think we at Worlds when you and I did it up there. I don't think I've been on the show since then.
I'm pretty sure that is it. And when is the last time you threw a frisbee?
It's been weeks, dude. And before that, I mean, I can't remember the last golf tournament I played. Probably our tournament at Millbrook. Life and career has gotten away from me. It's not allowing a whole lot of disc golf time, and I regret it. But I mean, I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm here in Denver right now for some meetings the next couple days, so always on the road somewhere.
Yeah, you're always busy, and that's why we're having special time, because you're getting ready to go eat at a special restaurant that you got to drive to, and you're going to have a great time with people you work with, and that's great, man. I probably would not trade disc golf for that, but you can.
I couldn't do it. Yeah, it's going to have a good time with some people, celebrating one of my most important team members' birthday, and we're gonna go have some fun tonight. So ready to go.
Heck yeah. Well, let's get it started so we don't run late, so we can get you out of here on time, shall we?
Appreciate it. Let's do it.
All right, let's start where we always start. What's popping? What's been going on in the world of disc golf? Well, Ronnie, my favorite event of the year just happened. The United States Disc Golf Championships.
Man,
how much of it did you take in?
All of it.
Yeah.
I the only day I didn't get to see start to finish was Thursday. I checked the Joe Mez of that, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I saw every shot that everybody took and couldn't have. Winthrop's one of the ones, man. It's must see for me. It's the biggest regret of my career was to never got a chance to play the USDGC. So I feel like I have to take it in every year when they're playing out there.
What do you think makes it so special to us? Because to me, I get more excited about watching the United States Disc Golf Championships than I even do the World Championships. Like, I'm stoked about it every year.
You've been there. I mean, you've played in it, man. I just see what I've heard from you, what I've heard from other people, what I see. You know, the venue for one, unlike anything else we play in our sport all year long. The prestige, the winners, the list of champions is even more unrivaled than the Worlds. It's our national championship, and to me, it's more prestigious than Worlds as well. Like, Worlds is great, but it's our national championship, man. Nothing more needs said.
When I played it, which was a long time ago, it probably was harder to win than Worlds because we had more of the Europeans would come over to play just that one event. Now, the way disc golf is now, these dudes are bouncing back and forth across the pond, playing. So you see a lot of those same people just at normal disc golf pro tour events. But I think the one thing that makes it for me is after all these years, you still got the same flow. Hole one's the same. Now, granted, they added some huge boulders and a log. Hole two's in the exact same spot. Not as good of a hole as it used to be when it was the par four.
Yeah.
But everything's the same. You're familiar with what's going to happen on the beach hole. You know that hole 7 is the triple Mando. I think that's important.
That's why I say I think it's the venue, man. I liken it, like, anytime we talk about that stuff, I try to make a comparison to ball golf, and it's disc golf's Augusta National, right?
Yep, I agree.
It's the one course they go play the exact same. They play the same event at the same course every year. There's minor changes, right? There'll be little changes from year to year, but like, everybody knows that hole 7 is the triple Mando, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody knows that hole 17 is the hay bale hole. It's those iconic holes playing, the what can be considered the most important championship of the year, and we just all know it, right? You know it. Like I would assume if I'd go there as a spectator, you would know, hey, we're going to this hole, right? We're going to go watch, much like what we did when we went to Des Moines, right? That's one of them courses they played for a long time, not as long as Winthrop, obviously, but yeah, it's to me, it's the venue, it's the course they play it at.
Yeah, and it's never, well, it's seldom a runaway. It usually comes down to the last 3 holes, and I think that has a lot to do with it as well. I didn't tune into any of the ladies, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, until I saw they were done with hole 15, walking into 16, because I knew the tournament wasn't over yet.
Yep.
No matter what was going on. So, well, let's look at our champions of the event. I really feel like not much of a shocker on the ladies' side. I would have probably bet money on Missy coming away with the title. I feel like she's the best player of the women remaining. Holland has been just terrible lately, and we had a couple shockers. We had a shocker up there at the top. And then
I'd never even heard of that chick before. And she's like 950 rated. Never heard of her before.
Yeah, well, and that's just one of the things we're going to run into, I think, in the ladies division, is just the constant change at the top, because without the steady Kristen Tatar there to cover up all these terrible finishes we've seen. This is our third just garbage finish on the ladies' side the last 3 tournaments.
And I'll be honest, I didn't watch a second. I saw highlights. I know what happened. I followed some scores, but I was unable to watch any of it. Not because I didn't want to, but I was just, I was busy more than anything else. But I saw all the dudes, and obviously we know my feelings there.
Yeah, well, let's talk about the ladies for a second.
The finish is crazy.
So yeah, after 3 rounds and 14 holes, these gals were tied up at the top. Okay, and they go into hole 16, and I know you said you didn't see any of it, but Missy was up first. She threw a short drive. It was bad. It was a shank. And I don't know how this chick does it, man. She continually laughs off these mistakes, right? Even if I'm playing you, it's just me and you at the park. Nobody else. We're just playing just to play. If I shank a shot under my breath, I'm like,
it's not under your breath. Let's be honest.
All right. I'm going to say, you're an idiot, dude. What the heck? You're going to lose to this chump? And my number one goal is just to beat you if you're the guy there. How she laughs these mistakes off, I don't know, but you know what? It's working for her. I think knowing that the other gals are going to falter makes that a lot easier. Like, if I'm playing you and we're coming down to hole 10 or 12, 13, and I shank at Millbrook, I know it's going to be a race to the end, because we're going to probably get all the rest of them. Right? But if I'm playing Dixon,
we just got to throw Dixon under the bus. There's just like random.
He doesn't watch the show.
Random. He's catching Dixon's out there catching strays.
I'm probably not going to be too upset, because I know he's going to mess up down the stretch, and I'm going to get that stroke back. Most likely.
Right, though, outside of when it was Kristen or Paige when she was playing well, I just don't think Missy thinks these chicks can hold up for the whole thing. And Silva's finish is a little bit. I say it's a little bit shocking, but it's kind of in character. We've seen this from her a few times now. Like, if she doesn't run away and hide, this tends to happen a little bit. And she has the ability to run away and hide, but this is not the first time we've seen this from Silva.
Well, the way hole 16 for her played out, I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
I don't even know how you make a 6 on that. I don't really understand.
Well, it's all hazard. It's the fairway's real skinny, and Missy's in position to get a par. And I'm thinking Silva thinks, I got to have this, man. Have you not practiced 17 and 18? Do you not know what's coming up ahead of you? And she goes for this putt and goes into the other side hazard and then misses the comeback. I mean, had she made it, yay, woohoo, we all would have went crazy. Way to go. But she wasn't putting great, and the chances of going OB were probably higher than her making that putt. And she went straight out of bounds and missed, and there we go. At that point, I thought, it's over for this chick. No chance. Right? Giving up 3. Then we go to hole 17, and like I said, I hadn't watched any of the ladies. And Missy goes first and misses. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, baby. This is why we tune in. Because in the men's, if you miss, you go to your bag, get a disc, and you throw again.
Yes. But let's be honest. In the men's, you can't miss.
You better not miss.
You miss in the men's, you're beat. It's not that way. It's just not that way on the ladies' side, right? One, you make a mistake, it's not over for you.
Right. But still.
But I didn't know that they went to a drop zone. That's
straight to the drop zone.
That's the hole. That's
it ruins it.
That's why we watch that. It's one of the reasons why you watch that tournament, because we've seen it before where the tournament was over with 2 holes to go and all of a sudden it wasn't.
Well, and the other thing, the way that men play it, let's say AB misses on his first shot, because he nearly did.
It's right in the middle. I don't know what the problem. What are you talking about?
Right in the middle of the line. And then whoever comes up next already knows this dude missed 3 times. I'm making up ground on him.
Yep.
And the ladies, Missy missed, Silva missed. Well, whatever this Estonian chick's name is, however you say that, Anale. I'm not even gonna begin. Let's just call her ATM.
You've already butchered it enough. I think that's probably enough.
ATM steps up, makes it, and then Silva misses. And they go to the drop zone. Easy hyzer, put it on there, blah, 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 whatever. Could you believe that this chick, ATM, lays up from just outside of the circle on 17? She's in a tie for third, or in a tie for second, basically, with Silva. And Silva's the only one that can challenge her. And she lays up. Nobody behind her is going to catch her. I couldn't believe it. Neither could Charlie. Charlie Ivangood was going off on the coverage.
My guess, that chick, those whatever couple $3,000 in prize money probably makes a pretty big difference.
And just being on the podium is probably a huge deal to her.
Absolutely.
Probably far more than she ever imagined was going to happen coming into the event.
Outkicked her coverage for the whole week for sure. Why do something to just, I mean, she's never going to fall to where Paige was or whatever.
What's she going to do? Miss, go out of bounds and drop in from 3 feet?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. It was all weird. And then 5-5-6 finish, game over. Missy wins. Secured player of the year, probably, right?
I mean, with the absence of everyone, I mean, it feels like a slight to say that stuff to Missy, that she wins when other people, but it's there's some truth behind it.
Let's just say she wins when the winning's there for it. She's got it.
I tell you what though, she does. You don't see her give away too many wins. She figures out a way to get it done. I'll give her that credit. Like, she gets it home.
All right, let's shift gears. Let's go where we need to go.
Yep.
Talk about your boy.
Well, obviously everybody knows my thoughts about the kid. So it's been a long time coming, and I couldn't have been happier for him. He got himself back into it on Friday after kind of a average first round, and Saturday moved up and put himself out in front, and then immediately started doing some stuff, some AB type stuff, right? He throws the amazing shot on 3, but kind of gives it back on 4. And, you think to yourself, oh my gosh, we've seen this happen too many times already, that one of the guys like Paul or Gannon or something like that's just going to step to the door and figure out a way to get him. But he clutched up and kind of just stepped on him at the end and finally got it done. I was really happy for the kid.
And dude, I'm with you. I'm excited that he did. I hope the Disc Golf Pro Tour, I hope the PDGA, I hope they both take advantage of this, because there is not a better person to represent your game than the farthest throwing. I mean, if you saw AB walk by you on the course, you'd be like, that's a dude right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He looks professional.
He's the most professional acting. He's most respectful. He's the longest throwing. He's the most talented, and he's got the look. I mean, look at the kid. I'm like, he looks like he should be the face of the sport, and I hope that he gets that way. He couldn't, he couldn't be a better representation of what you would hope it would be, and they need to put him at the forefront.
Right now, that's probably where the Worlds versus USDGC argument comes into play. Which do they value more? Right. So I'm sure Gannon will still be the picture on the website. And, I mean, as he should be. He won the world title. But two dudes comparing AB and Gannon, I don't think they could be farther.
They couldn't be more not alike.
Yeah, it's so weird, isn't it? Like,
I told you, man, when I played AB in that playoff, the kid was already a superstar at that point, and he was only maybe 19 years old or something like that. He walked up to me and shook my hand and said, "Hi, my name is Anthony." Mm-hmm. I'm like, "Yeah, I know who you are, AB."
I'm wearing your jersey. I'm an old man wearing your jersey.
Like, hi, my name is Anthony. I'll never forget it. I kind of just chuckled to myself. I was like, "Hey, nice to meet you."
Yeah. Right. I mean, these guys, they're kind of put into a tough situation. Same thing when I played with Climo at Worlds. Ken Climo, I'm like, yeah, no crap, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Oh, this is my first tournament. So, but yeah, I mean, just the difference in them from everything from post-round interviews.
Yep.
Right. I was
the way they carry themselves in general.
I was so frustrated every time they interviewed Gannon, how he would talk about how the wind affected his disc. Hey, bro, it's affected everybody's disc, right? And he tried to hurry up his routine so he wouldn't get a time violation. And he normally waits out the wind. Yeah, that's cheating, right? If you're taking longer than you know you should, and you're never going to hear anything out of that like that from Anthony. It's going to be, yeah, I screwed up.
Yep,
I did it. I blew it. Even when he blew it in Europe, instantly he took full responsibility for the entire thing.
He was accountable. He knew he let an opportunity that he hoped would come back again get away. He, at that point, like, that dude was pretty sunk after that. He was in a bad place, and the fact that he immediately came right back from that and had the best disc golf career, the best year of his career, right? And then now what he's done this year, another, more wins and obviously won a major. So hopefully the floodgates just open for AB.
Yeah, and I don't know why the graphic says that. And part of me wishes Throw Pink was not part of the United States Disc Golf Championships. It feels like a major for these gals. They treat it like a major, but it's an A tier.
But it's not. And it's almost, if you're not going to let it be like that, then why have it at all? Right.
Yeah.
They get, and I'm going to say something unpopular here. That's kind of what I've done over the years, right? Say unpopular stuff here, but they get their weekend where it's just them. They get the women's USDGC. Give the dudes the same respect.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I don't know if that's sexist or not, but I think the dudes deserve their own weekend too.
Here's an idea: why not just have the women's USDGC at Winthrop Gold at a different time?
Because they wanted it to be their own thing, right? They wanted it to be their own thing, and that's great. I'm all for it. I like that they have their own weekend, but we can't let AB have his own thing. Have his chance to just stand there on his own too.
Right. All right. Well, let's talk about how the dudes came down to the final 3 holes. It was
It got
amazing.
pretty boring. It got boring at the end, right? We got to 17 and we knew it was going to happen. Once AB hit the island, it was
Once
over.
he hit the island, it was over.
Once
But
AB hit, it was over.
16 is where it got crazy. That dude threw a putter 391 feet.
Yeah, but I mean, he does. That's what AB does, right?
I mean, into a slight headwind.
It was on a rope. Never left the basket. Well, and Paul makes the crazy one, and the tournament's over at that point if Paul doesn't make that, right? So it was kind of one of them ones where Paul giving us one of them moments again, but still we knew when Anthony stepped up on 17 and made it to the island that the golf tournament was over at that point.
Oh, and don't think Paul didn't know that either.
Yeah, he tried to make it. Well, he tried to make it on 17 after that happened.
Yeah, well, I mean, as soon as that putt went in on 16, that dude's made a lot of big putts, and that was true McBeast fist pump, run up there, get it out. I'm a bad dude type deal. So yeah, he knew it was going to come down to 17, and Anthony got it on 17, and like you said, once that happened, game was over. Man, USDGC's constantly battling rain. I mean, there's some years where
they play it in Carolina during hurricane season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, but do you move it? I think it's in the perfect place at the end of the year. It kind of wraps the year for us. Mm-hmm. You just know that's a stormy time of this, year for South Carolina. So I mean, you're just gonna have to deal with it.
And they dodged a serious bullet. They were talking an inch of rain just the final day. I don't want to be out in that, and I don't.
It didn't affect the men at all.
You don't think it would have affected them? Oh,
no,
it didn't.
It didn't. No, not the groups that mattered, at least, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe some of the guys that were out there, that had just barely made the cut or something like that. Maybe it did for them, and good for them for making the cut too. But for what mattered for, the championship, it was a little breezy, but the weather didn't. There were some sprinkles, but it didn't affect anything.
Well, it didn't all go great, in my opinion.
Yeah, the disc catcher tours are. I don't think the players were real happy with the product.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of bad reactions. Did we see more than normal?
No, and I don't think we didn't see any of the really. I didn't see a whole lot of the really dirty, momentum changing type ones. But there were some cut throughs. There were some spits. I mean, look, that's just we know that's part of the game.
Don't you think that's kind of a weird time to roll out a brand new product? Your showcase big event?
Yeah, where have we been testing it at before we go put it in play at the biggest event of the year?
Yeah. Yeah, so I think
the chains look weird. The chains look, I don't know if they look
well, all they've done is put an inner set in the middle. It's basically a copy of that Titan Pro.
Are they the same? Are they made out of the same? The chains made out of the same material? They look lighter.
Well, the ones on the inside, I think, are maybe lighter. I know the Titan Pro, they're lighter, so I wouldn't be shocked if these were lighter also. So, and then I thought some of the course changes beyond the baskets were a little, I didn't really care for them.
You just don't have to, that's one of the places we've talked about that before, man. You don't mind a couple of minor tweaks here and there, but that's, like I said, that's our Augusta National. That's the one you want to know. I want to know what we've seen that hole played 1,000 times. We want to see it played the same way it's always been. The one on 3, I didn't like the change on 3.
That's it. That's the one that I don't like at all.
The hole's too iconic where it's at. Don't mess with it. It's a perfect hole.
I like the original hole 3 where it was more of a mid-range shot off the tee, but then we don't get to see Anthony just absolutely blitz one the final day.
I like the change to that pin when they made that one to the 4-par hole.
As long as it goes to the right, I don't like.
Yeah, as long as it goes to the right, I don't like that. The extra pin on 9 didn't really why, like the basket you were just showing. First of all, you're only moving the basket 30 feet,
which is nothing.
And now you put the basket from me to the computer from the out of bounds, which is just silly.
Yeah, they do that. I mean, that happens a ton there. It's so close to OB. And the other change I don't really like is I don't like 888 going over that dirt pile, hole 13.
Yeah, that was another hole that I don't mind the pin, right? The long one in the trees. I kind of like that. But go back to where they used to tee. Why can't you just go back to the old tee?
Or put that pin back over across the parking lot. I always thought that was awesome.
I get that they probably have some space issues that they want to be able to utilize that space where that old pin was. Because there's a lot more events going on around the tournament now too, so they probably need some of that. I don't mind that, but just go back to the original tee. It was too good of a hole. Why'd you change it?
It was a scary son of a gun.
Changed it just to change it,
Yeah, man. Yeah. So those are the two big changes, or the big things that I didn't care for too much. I loved the mowing and I loved the rocks. I thought the mowing was better than stakes and sticks. There was still rope there, but it was all cleared out on the ground. So that was great. It was never going to be an issue. So I thought that was good. Yes, it's already in the works.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Might not be bamboo, but that's the kind of the plan that Mike Bailey and I discussed all weekend. He thinks I'm crazy, but I think it'd be fantastic.
Why? I remember when
I made that happen at Cherry Street and you retired from disc golf.
That's exactly what happened. Yes. The first year I did really well. And the second year I quit. It's the only disc golf tournament I ever quit in my life. And then I didn't play disc golf for 2 years.
Made it too hard.
That wasn't that hole. It was the island.
No, but we are talking about building something there on 4 and putting it over on the short pin, because right now the short pin's just dead straight, and I don't know, might be fun. If it doesn't work, we can take it out. But yeah, it's in the works.
It's a little goofy. It's a little bit of goofy golf. It's a little goofy golf though.
It's pretty fun though.
It's fun, but it's goofy golf.
I want to see this, and I can't find anything about it. The Legends Skins match.
So haven't they shown this before, like on DGN after the season, or maybe it was on Jomez or something like that? I've seen it. I saw the last one.
Well, I think last year's came out right after the event.
Well, they didn't do it live.
Right.
And I saw one highlight of Kenny throwing it to the peninsula on 5.
Yeah, I saw a drive of Ken's, and that's it.
That's all I've seen.
I just want to know how it plays out.
I mean, first of all of us are going to watch. How many chances do we get to watch?
Rephrase that. All of us over 40 are going to watch.
That's fair. That's
all
fair. Right. And for that reason, how many times are we going to get to see Kenny play? I got to play poker with him. That was kind of fun. But
it's a little sad that he was the only past champion that didn't even start.
I thought there was a second one that didn't.
Dave Feldberg played the first round. And
oh yeah, Feldberg did DNF. That's right.
So yeah, I'd like to at least see him.
When I saw him in Minnesota, I think his knees are gone, dude. He's just really, you can tell he's having a hard time getting around. It looks like his knees are shot, but he can still play. I mean, obviously, you can tell he's not getting around like he used to.
Yeah, that'd probably be a pretty big toll on him. All right. Well, let's look forward to this weekend a little bit. Well, do you have anything else on USDGC other than congrats, Tony, and we're glad it finally happened?
Nah, that's it, man. I was like I said, I was pumped. I love that kid.
Yeah, and it was a great tournament. So this weekend, man, it's hard to figure out what the heck's going on.
It's convoluted.
It's I don't get it. All we know is we're playing. Go ahead.
They've copied what the PGA Tour does for their tour championship, which is the staggered scoring. right? The better you finish, the more head start you get, right? But there's way more players on the PGA Tour, so making it to the Tour Championships is a huge deal in and of itself, right? If you make it to Atlanta on the Tour Championship, that signifies an amazing season, right? So while those guys are there, they're there to play, they're there to win. Just being there is good enough. So the format doesn't matter, and it's not like anybody considers winning that Tour Championship like the feather in their cap, like a major or anything like that. It's just not the same thing. It's just a huge money. There's a lot of money up for grabs, much like this one. And I think that's what they've kind of done to copy it. I wish they would. I kind of like the old format,
the match play thing,
where they almost had like the seeded deal. And the better you were, the farther you were already advanced, right? That seemed more fun to me. I don't know. It was just a little more fun than what this one is. This is just the same 4-day event with a head start is all it is.
Yeah, I hate that part of it. But let's look at it. So we're bringing in 20-ish ladies, right? You told me that somebody wasn't coming and somebody else got in. I don't know where you found that, but I looked for it.
I was actually tied to one of this. There's updates from today, actually. So Haley King has an injury, ankle injury, can't play. The spot had went to because the next person in would have been Emily Weatherman. Emily Weatherman had other obligations, can't play the event. That tells you right there, to me, how unimportant the event really is when someone who can qualify and get a paycheck even for showing up decides not to go.
Yeah, get $2,000 just for going.
A chance to win $30,000, but they still don't get enough to even go to.
My guess is she didn't make $2,000 at any tournament all year long.
I would guess same way. But anyway, so Emily Weatherman couldn't play, and then I guess Raven Klein was the next one up. So Raven Klein is now in that spot for Haley King.
So we're taking 20-ish women. I would cut that. I mean,
and there's even with you have a head start with these ladies. This is a 3 or 4 horse race. It's a 3 or 4 horse race anyway.
It was already.
Yeah.
I think, man, what would make this more exciting for me and more fun to take in the entire event is let's get rid of all but 2 cards of ladies.
Yeah.
Let's take 8 ladies.
Or cut every day. How about that?
Oh, well, yeah, sure. But 8 ladies, and we're taking almost, looks like 34 or 5-ish dudes. Why? Let's take fewer. If you're giving the best guys head starts, nobody on the right column here even has a prayer of winning 30,000. Right? Is Chris Dickerson going to make up 6 strokes on Gannon Burr?
No.
He hasn't all year. Right? Gannon Burr's won every tournament, basically, or been in the mix.
Even look at the guys that are at 3 shots back. Do you think how many of those guys
Rick.
Yeah, Rick. I mean, all 3 of them could, but given that kid 3 shots and 4 days on top of it, you can cancel Christmas.
I would think so too.
That dude's going to win by 8.
But man, I think you just take, like I said, 2 cards of women, maybe 3, possibly 4 cards of dudes. Makes the payout bigger for those that make it. Makes it more exciting. Just make it like, boom, this is it. This is the however many rounds we're going to play. I don't think it needs to be 4 rounds.
No, it doesn't need to be 4 at all.
Weekend
event only. Saturday, Sunday event only. Have some kind of fun thing on Friday, right?
Yeah, I mean that
it doesn't need to be 4 days.
That seems more fun.
Or if you're going to make it 4 days, you cut a quarter of the field every day, right?
Yeah, you do something. You don't give the best players head starts.
No,
Forget about it.
I get it. They've earned that through the season, but why don't just figure out?
Gannon Burr's also earned $200,000 through the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
half or more. Yeah, but that doesn't matter, Ed. They're still there. Who cares whether they're getting live coverage? Only 2 cards that get live coverage anyway.
Unless they get hot.
And then it's one person.
Then they might go to somebody, yeah. So, well, I think what I'm most excited for about it, I don't care about the format too much. I'm excited first of all, to see these changes they made to New London Tech, because I thought that course was amazing last year at Worlds.
This is Paul's track.
Yeah, and they lost 9 holes because of expansion on the property.
Oh yeah.
So we got 9 brand new holes here. So I'm excited to see that. Like, I guess this property is huge, right? So who knows what they came up with. And I hope that Paul was responsible for the next 9 holes.
Is this in Virginia? Is that where it is?
Yeah, that's right. And then the other thing I'm looking forward to is that golf course at Ivy Hill. There was a lot of things after Worlds that we didn't like. People just didn't like. So I just want to see if Nate Heinold took these suggestions. And I mean, that golf course is crazy. The elevation and the trees and the topography they had to work with. I want to see if Nate Heinold took these people's suggestions and critiques and did anything. Are we going to roll out the same dang course that we just watched?
Well, knowing Nate Heinold, that's the more likely scenario, right? That we're going to see the same track we saw last year. Because it could be awesome. And there was just way too much random. Like the way it was set up, there was too much randomness. Like we saw how many times on that one hole did we see like a disc land in the middle of the fairway and roll 300 feet out of bounds?
Mm-hmm. That long
downhill. That can't happen at a World Championships. It can't even happen at a Tour Championships. I mean, you just can't. You can't have that.
Well, I looked through the PDF of the map and I couldn't remember it well enough.
Yeah.
But I remembered this one.
Hold on.
This is the hole up on the big side hill. Right? It had stairs going up to it. The one where
Nick stood out and rolled down. This is the one where Nick rolled behind him. Yeah. Or the one that
Proctor.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I do know this one. Yeah.
That might have broke James Proctor. That was probably the last time we saw him.
Yeah.
But I noticed a difference here. We got an island green up there now. So maybe it's marked by hay bales or rocks or something. Hopefully it's not just a little dumb island.
This used to tee further left too. You were going around.
I agree. I agree.
You used to have to like turn one around that corner.
And I think it was a par 5.
I think it was. Yeah.
So now they're going to be, 8,
or maybe it was
840. These guys are going to have 350 coming into the green.
Yeah.
It might be better. Depends what the green is. If it's the same seriously sloped hill with nothing, it's going to be lame. They're going to go bomb, chip, maybe putt.
There's a few of those guys that don't do that.
No, and they can't do that if they need strokes.
Yeah, they're already spotting the best players. I guess if you're just there to show up and make your $2,000, then
And some of them might be like I looked today for usually Ezra and Goose put their practice round video out today, and I couldn't find anything.
There was a Joe Mez practice round. I saw that was on the
for this.
Yeah.
Nice.
I saw that on the event schedule. Well, they sell tickets to it. Of course, they're going to do it.
Oh, but it wasn't out on Joe Mez yet. They just did it.
I assume it'll be out tomorrow.
There we go. There we go. So hopefully they made some changes, and we'll see, a good tournament. And the other hole that I remembered was it was a little short par 3, really skinny left turn, and none of them could get it on the fairway. It's just downhill, made a really tight left, all OB all around it. So I didn't see that hole on there at all. So hopefully that thing was gone. It'd be a fun hole to play at League, but not a great hole to play at a Disc Golf Pro Tour.
Yeah,
is my take on it.
Yeah, I don't remember. Right. I'm sure it's not awesome.
No, it wasn't. So rough week for me last week. On the picks.
Who was the picker last week? Was it Scott Reek?
I was up against Scott. And can you believe I took my boy?
Why would you do that?
He's been playing too good. I knew he was going to have a bad one.
Oh, yeah, it was terrible. He finished second.
I know.
Second.
And You know me. I got to have some way to get these dudes
I
on.
know. You just love buying Texas Roadhouse. So I'll go to Texas Roadhouse with you whenever you want, man. You don't have
We're not doing picks. My bank account couldn't handle it this week. Yeah, I know Proctor was injured. I didn't know about getting signed by Stokely though. That's pretty cool for him.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
Hopefully, I mean he's had like
hard guy not to like.
Low small manufacturer sponsors for several years, and I think that's cool.
Clash he
did Clash, and he did there was one other one. Thought Space.
Yeah, I think Proctor's got a little coinage outside of disc golf anyway. I don't think it's really all that important to him.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a cool dude though. And then Scott took Kyle Klein, who's another terrible pick.
Yeah, isn't he a former champion?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you never hear about Kyle Klein, and look what place he got. 9th place.
I know. Well, I mean, look at you want to know why you don't hear about him until look at him. That's all you do. Look at that door.
All right, we both got reds. And then
you had a terrible week.
I know, man. I am so tired of Eagle sucking at disc golf.
He's barely in the Tour Championship. It's hard to understand, other than the injury just derailed his career. But
it did to a point, but Paul Macbeth had the same injury and
doesn't lean on it the way this kid did, though.
That's true, though. That's true. And Scott took Goose, and well, Goose had a killer tournament.
He's average. That's good. Okay.
He averages in the 20s.
Yeah, it's all right.
So he gave Scott the green. Got myself a green. I went with Rick on the shine. Scott went with Paul.
I mean, Ricky's probably about as happy as second as he looks in that picture.
Rick's not happy. Rick wants to win, man.
Yep.
I'm ready for Rick to win.
It's been a minute.
Well, he hasn't won yet this year. And I don't think the Tour Championships count. So I think
streak's over.
14 years of winning a
disc golf. That's a ridiculous stat, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's about what Paul was at when he broke it, when his streak got broke last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
it's a silly stat, though.
All right. Well, do you have anything else before we go into big deal?
I don't think I do, man. I'm ready to watch. I'm going to watch a little bit of Tour Championship. I probably won't watch until Saturday or Sunday, though, and by that point, it may already be over.
Yeah, let's hope it's not. There's high probability it'll be over, but we'll see. At least you can watch and see a new course.
Maybe.
We'll I'm looking more forward to the first 2 days at New London. I want to see what they did there because I loved that place at Worlds. It was great. All right, here we go. Big deal. The segment of the show where we take a deep dive into things that everybody is talking about. We try to decide if they truly are a big deal or are they, big deal, bro. Ronnie, here's the numbers for this Tour Championship we're going to watch this year. The winner is going to take home $30,000. Second place, 15. Third, 10. Fourth, 7,500. Here's the top 3 places from last year. Gannon Burr took home 35,000. Second place took home 20,000. Third place took home 12,000. The total payout is $55,000 less than it was last year.
They had it was over $300,000 prize pool last year.
Yep, something like that.
Is Barbasol not?
Barbasol is. I just cropped it off so it could fit.
Oh, okay. I just wondered if maybe that was part of the reason.
Not a sponsor of the players' meeting.
Well, if they want to be, hey Barbasol.
Hey man, looks like we both could use it.
I could use mine's more like what's
Just for men?
the just for men.
We'll take that too.
It's surprising I say it's surprising that there's less money, but we've kind of seen we're past the COVID boom, right? And we're starting to see I think we're starting to see a little bit of a decline. We can see it in event registration at a local level. I don't know how DGM's doing from a subscription standpoint for the Pro Tour. I know I'll never cancel my subscription, right? Even when I'm not playing, I still watch it. But I guess when you think of it in that context, it's actually not all that surprising that we've seen a little bit of a rollback in the overall money in the sport.
Yeah. So no big deal. Big deal.
I would say it's no big deal. It's still a ton of money. I think if the trend continues, it'd be a little more alarming. But I think it would have to continue before I would be too concerned about it.
That's where I'm at. I want to see what happens next year. If it goes down a significant number again next year, then I think it is truly a really big deal. And why are we doing it type thing.
Yeah.
The other thing I think they could have done pretty easily is kept those top 4 places up there where they were and took the money away from the bottom. I don't think people would have noticed.
I like that. I mean, if you're going to make this, if you're going to try to prop this up as a big time event, then you've got to those guys have to make enough to show up to at least make it worth their while to go. Right.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have done that. I'm saying if they would have skimped the money from 5th down and left those top 4 up there high and posted that same graphic, I don't think people would have even noticed.
Oh, you mean if they would have if they'd have hit it a little bit better?
Mm-hmm.
I hear what you're saying.
I think they just came right out and said, "Here's what we got. Here's what's
happening." I
like
like the transparency. I mean, I don't mind the transparency. We've talked about that 100 times in the past. That look, if it's one thing, just let it be that one thing. Just tell people about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, people would rather you tell them and be pissed than find out some other way and be pissed for longer. So
yeah,
sometimes things are just the way they're going to be.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that might be all the Disc Golf Pro Tour truly has. Which, if they're hurting,
I hope they're not hurting
that much. Yeah, we're gonna have to find something different. Yeah, I don't want to lose it. I love watching it when it's on. So, right on, dude. Well, we're going to get you out of here on time, it looks like. Do you have any shout-outs for the week?
Do I have any shout-outs for the week? Well, she won't see it. Well, she will see it, but happy birthday, Beth. How about that?
I think she's going to see it.
I think she's going to see it.
I got a good shout-out to the only 32 people, or 35, whatever I had, come out to a Champ Cessna last weekend.
I wanted to go so bad.
Dude, about hole 14 or 15, I was really glad we changed it to 1 round. I don't think coming back playing a second round would have been pretty brutal. So if when it happens for me in the future, I may do 1 round Saturday, 1 round Sunday type deal, but I just think that limits who you're going to get. And with only 32 people there, I wonder if it's worth all the effort that, to run a tournament. I love having the course. I love playing the course. It's fun. But maybe people don't like that kind of golf as much as I do.
Yeah. I mean, it's not for everyone.
And then the other people I got to give a shout out to are all the people who are already signed up for 1880, which is in 2 weeks. We're having a heck of a time this year because I don't know how people don't have 5 PDJ rounds, but I'm 100% sticking to my guns on that. If you don't have 5, you don't have 5. They can be
that's crazy.
You can get 3 PDJ rounds in 1 weekend here in Wichita. You can play Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 different leagues and get get your rounds. So
I had to bail. That sucks.
yeah, well, that was on me for switching the day, but I just knew that
I'm with you.
going up against the golf course in Salina would take some people away, and I don't want to do that. So plus trying to win the points race, I'm 35 ahead of Jordan, so I got to play. I was like 80, and then I didn't go to the Flint Hills Open, and he scored 36 points or something like that. So I got to play all of them, or he's going to pass me because he's going to definitely play all of them.
No, he's definitely playing all of them. Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, I got to give a shout out to him because he's giving me a ride to the tournament.
Okay. Shout out, Jordy.
At least he said he was. He might get me halfway and say, "Hey, Smitty, could you check that back tire down the road?" So, all right, dude. Well, I hope you have a good time at the restaurant. Hope you see a sweet swan dive or something good.
Definitely gonna see one of those. I appreciate you having me on. It was fun. I've been here. It's been too long since I've been here.
Hey, I will give you a brand new disc of your choice. If you get Virgil to tape you yelling, "Do a cannonball!" right when the guy's ready to die.
The days of me being loud and that guy, I think, are over.
Okay, fine. If you can get a video of Virgil doing that, I'll give you a disc.
I bet we have one in the crew that might do it.
All right. Well, have a good time, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate you. See
Later,
ya.
dude.
See ya.